Kendrick Lamar has made many songs throughout his career, but do you know what they all have in common? They all start with a letter, and today I'm going over the best Kendrick Lamar song for every letter of the alphabet. That's right, I did it with Kanye, and now it's time for Kendrick. So without further ado, I just say we get right into it with A. Alright, the two songs that are kinda close are ADHD and All the Stars, but then again, not really. Alright is like a top 10 Kendrick song. It holds so much power in its meaning. The last verse is one of my favorite Kendrick verses ever, and Pharrell Williams just went so fucking hard on the beat and the overall production. B. Backseat Freestyle. Only song close is Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, which is an amazing song, don't get me wrong, but Backseat Freestyle just goes too hard for me not to choose it. I also love how Kendrick really just makes it feel like a genuine freestyle from a young Kendrick with his friends with those lyrics. It's awesome. C. Count Me Out. Nothing else came even close. This is undoubtedly one of his best songs ever. It literally has everything you'd want in a song. D. DNA. Die Hard and Duckworth were up there, and I think many people would probably go with Duckworth here, but to me, I just like DNA way more. I think it is some of the best flow, if not just straight up the best flow that we've ever heard from Kendrick, especially at the switch up at the end. And while we're on the topic of that switch up, the sample is just so well executed, and with Kendrick's rapping over it with a harsh voice, it just builds up so much tension. E. Euphoria. Nothing came close. This is in my opinion the best thing that came out of the Drake and Kendrick diss battle. Just 6 minutes of pure hatred coming out of Kendrick. F. Father Time. There were two songs from Damn that came kinda close, those being Feel and Fear. But come on ladies and gentlemen, Father Time is the song. One of the best beats from Mr. Morale. It has a beautiful Sampha feature and the lyricism on the song is peak. What's the difference when your heart is made of stone and your mind is made of gold and your tongue is made of sword, but it may weaken your soul? No glaze, but this man is a genius. Real quick, if you've made it this far into the video and you're enjoying it, it will mean the world to me if you subscribe to the channel. We're so goddamn close to those 1000 subscribers and it would help out the channel so much. Thank you, and back to the video. G. God. I'm just kidding. G. GNX. Double whammy, I'm just playing with you. G. Good Kid. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, I'm not playing. Only song that was up there is Gloria, but it's not really close. Good Kid, Mad City is my favorite album of all time, and Good Kid is one of the best tracks off of that album. The beat that flows so smoothly throughout the entire song, paired with just the almost adventurous feeling you get from the song itself. I don't know how to explain it, but it's fucking crazy, man. H. Hard Part 6. One of the best tracks from GNX. I really don't feel like it gets talked about enough, and if we compare it to Drake's Hard Part 6, well, then Kendrick's song suddenly looks like the best thing ever made. The two songs that are kinda close are High Power and How Much a Dollar Cost, and I know that How Much a Dollar Cost is one of his best storytelling songs ever, but I don't care, I like Hard Part 6 more. I. That sounded weird, but yeah, I'm going with I. Specifically the album version because that is superior, and if you don't think so, then you're wrong. I'm kidding, but seriously, I feel like the album version just has so much more energy to it, and that's why I love this song in the first place. That awesome and happy energy it gives is just amazing. J Dilla Freestyle. I had literally never heard of this before making this video, but it's the only J song I could find. I mean, it's actually pretty good with a solid J-Rock feature and a good Kendrick performance. K. Keisha's song. I'm sorry, I didn't choose King Kunta, and I do admit that it is super close, but I may be biased here. Keisha's song is what got me into Section 80. I mean, that song is just so beautiful, the Ash Riser feature is soul punching, and the ending to the whole story and the song is so strong. L. Lust. The other two songs that are close are actually also from Damn, Loyalty and Love. I just really fuck with the vibe of Lust. It sounds so weird and it definitely took me a few listens to get adjusted to it, but now I love it. The part where Kendrick keeps repeating the same verse is one of my favorite parts. M. Mad City. The only songs that were close were Mirror and Money Trees. And while Money Trees is probably like almost up there, Mad City is just crazy, man. The beat switch is legendary. Kendrick's storytelling and how he just paints this whole picture with his lyrics, it's fucking crazy, man. N95. The two close songs are Not Like Us and Now or Never. The one that was really close is Now or Never. That song is such a vibe, but I'm still going N95. This was actually the first Kendrick song I ever listened to. My good friend showed it to me when it released and I was hooked ever since. The beat is so epic and I just love how Kendrick keeps on switching up his rapping on it. It just never gets boring. O. Opposites Attract. Really the only contender here. If you don't know it, it's a song from Overly Dedicated. I've had it on my playlist for quite a while now cause it is pretty solid, but like, it's not all that. There are better songs from that album and it's definitely his worst project that is released on Spotify. P. Pride. The songs that are close are Poetic Justice and Purple Hearts, but then again, hell no, they weren't even a little bit close to beating Pride. This is my favorite Kendrick song of all time. This song contains my favorite Kendrick lyrics ever, one of the smoothest and most heartbreaking beats ever, that Steve Lacy somehow produced on fucking GarageBand, and it's so perfect. Q. R. Reincarnated. Only song close was Rich Spirit. Reincarnated is undoubtedly the best track off of GNX, and it's not even really a competition. The part where he talks to God is insane and it feels like the climax to a fucking movie or something. S. Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. Only song close was Savior, and I'm only really saying that cause I want to show some praise for that song, but then again, it wasn't even close to beating Samidad. 12 minutes of pure beauty. I don't think I have to say much more. T. The Blacker the Berry. The two songs that were close were The Art of Peer Pressure and The Heart Part 5. I honestly think this is the most stacked letter we have gotten yet, as those songs are all insane. But in the end, The Blacker the Berry does take it. It has one of the craziest beats I've ever heard, and the message on this song is just as strong as the beats. Also, I just really like that Jamaican guy. U. United in Grief. The two songs close were U and Untitled 05. United in Grief is literally the perfect opener for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Also, off topic, but that album is top 2 in his catalog. Anyways, back to the song. I made a video where I talked about just why it's a perfect opener, so watch that if you want. But it just sets everything up so well. Other than the story, it's also sonically great with a fire-ass beat drop. V. Vanity Slaves. Again a song which I had never heard of, and there is also a part 2 for some reason. It's pretty good, but nowhere near today's Kendrick. You can hear this when he was still just getting started and figuring out his own style. W. Wesley's Theory. The songs close were We Cry Together and Worldwide Steppers, and yes, I said We Cry Together because that beat is disgusting, but Wesley's Theory is one of his all-time greatest tracks, especially in terms of that amazing smooth, jazzy, hard production. Yes, I just used like 4 adjectives to describe the beat, that's how good it is. X. XXX. Nothing came close. This is the hardest track Kendrick has ever made. The beat drop is indescribable and the writing and messaging and the storytelling on the song is so sick. Y. Yeah. Only song close was You Ain't Gotta Lie, and I think a lot of people would have chosen that one, but that's because y'all are sleeping on Ya. It's such a good and cozy track and it's just such a vibe overall. You can never go wrong with it. C. And that was all the letters. Make sure to comment what your lists are down below and tell me what you agreed and or disagreed with. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I hope you all have an absolutely amazing rest of your day, and bye.